Welcome to Let's Talk Gardening. My name is Andre Bimre. Today we're talking about gardening in containers, specifically for small spaces. Many of us these days live in tiny spaces. We don't have all the gardening space necessarily, but we can certainly plant up a container. Containers are also wonderful for gifts. So let's talk about a couple of products that we can use to make sure that our plants in containers are kept healthy and looking beautiful. A key aspect of putting a plant into a container is to ensure that we have really good drainage. You do not want water to hang around the roots of the plant because then it will simply rot. So the first thing we got to make sure that we got a good base. We want to cover up the hole, but in a way that we still have water being able to seep through, so you don't have issues with drainage. You also don't want the potting soil to leach out of the pot. So let's start off by adding in our gravel. In addition to the pebbles, I've added enough potting soil to get the plant to the final height. Now I'm going to treat the soil that I've put into the pot with fertilizer for root growth. So I'm using Wonder Superphosphates, and I'm going to work that into the soil so that it's available at the root of the plant. You need 20 grams per square meter. So for a pot this size, you really just need sort of a palm full into the soil. In addition to superphosphates, I also want to make sure that there's enough moisture in the pot at all times. So I want to reduce the amount of water I need to keep watering the plant. For this, I'm going to use Wonder Water-Wise crystals. There's a handy little scoop inside the jar. Each scoop has 5 grams. We need 30 grams for a pot this size, so we need to use 6 of these little scoops sprinkled into the soil. And we're going to work that right into the root zone and make sure that it's available. So we're going to work in the superphosphates and the Wonder Water-Wise crystals into this base level of the soil and make sure it's really well worked in. So our base level of soil is ready. We simply now have to put our plant into the pot. This is a beautiful standard Abelia. Just got to cut away the plastic bag. Okay, so we need to loosen the soil a little bit around the root ball. This is quite well compacted. We now have to get additional soil into this pot to make sure that it's really nicely planted. We're then also going to plant some petunias around the base to make it look beautiful. We need to ensure that the soil is firm down really, really well. You will get some soil subsiding after a while. You can then simply just add additional soil into the pot. So I'm planting up these petunias, using a dibber to create a hole to put them in. And I see these petunias have got a little bit root bound, so we just need to kind of tease that away just a tad. Don't disturb it too much. Push that in, make sure the soil is in quite firmly, and give them nice spacing so that they will bush out really well. WonderSol All-Purpose. This is a blend of micro elements. It is a liquid plant food, very safe to use, it won't burn at all. You can use it every 2 weeks, as often as that. You can use it both as a folio spray as well as a soil drench. For flowering plants, you want to use WonderSol Color Boost. Now this is an ideal formulation to stimulate additional flowers and certainly deepen the color of the flowers itself. The dosage is exactly the same as Wonder All-Purpose. You use 20 milliliters in 1 liter of water. Again, you apply either as a soil drench or as a folio spray. Very simple to use. Of course, Wonder Kelp, amazing product. This is kelp extracted from the giant brown seaweed on the Cape Coast. Very sustainable product. That seaweed grows enormously quickly. If you're going to go away on holiday in December and you want to make sure that your plants are well fed, ideal product to use. Wonder Plant Sticks. This is a slow release. There's instructions on the back that will tell you exactly how many sticks you use for what size pot. So for a pot that size, you would need 3 sticks, water it in well, and it breaks down slowly over about a month and it releases nutrients into the soil. Really handy product to have around. I've used bark not only for aesthetics, but also help conserve moisture within my pot plant. Now I'm going to be using Wonder's range of WonderSol liquid plant foods, and that's going to help me keep this plant in tip-top condition. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Gardening.